Welcome back to another episode. This is segment 4 of 4 for Black Future Month. Last week, me and a good friend, Nick Smith, and his wife, Kylie Joe, did an episode about the N-word and just linguistics in general. So that was actually episode 3. This is number 4. I thank you guys for tuning in. February has been such an electric month. I've got so many subscribers. I'm at 800 or so followers. I need to get to that 1,000. Half of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. If you're already watching the video, just take a second to go subscribe. Help me out. I appreciate you. See you back in just a moment. Welcome to my channel. My name is IZ316 or simply IZ. I'm a socially conscious hip-hop artist, community activist, radio and TV personality, and entrepreneur. I've produced and released several albums as well as met some of my favorite artists. But this is my channel and I want to be your favorite MC. Welcome back. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for liking, subscribing. This month has been incredible. I got more views than I ever did on my last few videos, so keep the views coming. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate my friend who's helped me get those views a little bit by sharing these videos. So today's topic is a sensitive one, and it's, you might be racist. So I grew up on the north side of town, which is predominantly black. I went to school with predominantly white kids up until the time that I was pretty much in middle school. And over the years doing politics and being involved in certain type of things, and the fact that Wichita is just a majority white city, you come into a lot of situations sometimes and you forced to make a decision. So the first thing I want to say is that it's important to understand that, and I'm speaking to black people, that it's a waste of time being angry. And what I mean is, don't be anti-white, be pro-black, right? No waste of time being against anybody. Just love your people, because at the end of the day, black people are beautiful people. Now, to the topic at hand. This is how you can get an ideal, and not in all cases, if a person is racist or not, right? So if they use terms like you people, right? That's usually an indication that there's something going on there. Another one that we hear all the time as black people is, well, I have a black friend. Well, a black friend doesn't constitute you being an advocate of the culture. I'm just sorry, it doesn't. And if that black friend of yours is only at work, only at church, not in your personal life, then really what value does that give you, right? If you end any statement that you say with, oh, but I'm not racist, yeah, you're probably racist, right? If you were offended by the Trayvon Martin case in any way, if you're offended by that, then you're probably racist. Because at the end of the day, regardless to what race he was, a teenager lost his life. If that's not tragic to you, it's telling. If you sided with George Zimmerman on that, whatever. This one's a little more subtle, right? And I think sometimes it's done in subversively, and that's if you change the way you talk when you get around black people and you start saying stuff like, come on y'all, why y'all gotta be doing like that? Why y'all gotta be acting? And you know that's not the way you normally talk, cut it out, right? Clearly, we know what's going on. If you, when talking about race, if you use the term or the phrase, you're turning this into a race thing, you might want to check your racist card, right? You're turning it into a race thing, right? That's another indication. I hear that all the time, and it's usually followed by something very racist that you just said, right? All right. I, as much as anybody else, think that any given job, you should pick the best person for the job, regardless to their race. But if you have any qualms about there being scholarships or equal opportunity jobs for minorities, and you think that that gives you an unfair advantage, or that you're being like disenfranchised by that somehow, then you might be racist. The other thing that as a black man you come into contact with a lot is kind of concerning. That thing is like is that you try to explain away everything that happens bad to black people. There's always an excuse. Oh, well, if he would have just abided by the law, then he wouldn't have been in that situation, right? If he would have just complied with the officer, he would have still been alive. Oh, well, they had a gun, or he thought that he had a gun. You know, I seen a video of an officer. It was two officers in England, and they were white officers, and there was a white suspect. This white suspect charged at him with a knife, and they used pepper spray and a baton to subdue him, right? So if they can use pepper spray and a baton, why are innocent black people being shot and killed? You can't tase them, you can't mace them, you can't hit them with a baton, you gotta shoot and kill them. If you justify the deaths of black people, or any other race for that matter, by they weren't following the rules, then you might be racist. And I just have you know, just a little history note, if you study anything about Hitler and the Nazi Jews and the Nuremberg trials, their excuse for why they did what Hitler told them to do is because, well, they weren't following the rules. I just did what I was told to do. Search it for yourself, right? If you call every Asian person or every Hispanic person Chinese or Mexican, you might be racist. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that I can't always tell them apart. I have friends that was Vietnamese, I have friends that was Laotian, I have friends that was Korean, and so I had to ask questions, you know what I mean, to understand the difference. But being from a culture that has been marginalized and disenfranchised and lumped in with everybody else, it was important for me to learn about their culture, because guess what? I don't want to be a racist. I know it's a profound thing, right? To think of that I can actually be caring and loving for someone else's. The funny thing about it is people who are racist towards a lot of minority groups couldn't live without them, right? I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know what I would do without the Chinese buffet, right? Or the taco stand with the grandmother who always takes care of me just up the road here. So, yeah, if you use September 11th as an excuse to not like Middle Easterners, then you're obviously racist. Just accept it. The number one misconception is that if you don't use the N-word, that you're not racist. That couldn't be further from the truth. You have people who would never say the word, have never said it, still hold racist ideology. I still think that the Constitution of the United States was written during an obviously racist time, and that document still, is a document that our country lives by. And so I think that needs to change and reflect truly the people. This video hasn't been the easiest for me to do. Usually it's a lot of fun, and not that this one wasn't fun, because I always enjoy educating and starting a conversation. And that's the point of this video, to start a conversation. So I'm challenging you to have candid, open, honest, conflict-free conversations about race, and think about where our country is going headed forward. I'll end with this for all those who may have disagreed with what I said or didn't like this video. Since the founding of this country, and even before, right here on our soil in the United States, there hasn't been a major tragedy, a major event that black people haven't been a part of. When Abraham Lincoln or JFK died, we mourned right along with them. My grandmother had a button in our house. She had a picture of Jesus, she had a picture of Martin Luther King, and she had a picture of JFK. There hasn't been a war that we haven't been a part of, that we haven't fought in. There hasn't been a major disaster that we didn't reach, from our community to try to help, even when other communities didn't help us. So the real question is, what are people so angry about? And who should they be angry at when it comes to race? Blacks lack true economical, true military, and true financial power to be a threat to the white majority. Yet we still find ourselves on the brutal end of white supremacy a lot of times. And so I want to shout out my white friends who have emailed me, called me, asked me questions, tried to understand. If you don't have a black friend to talk to, please leave a message below with your email. I'll respond. You can feel free to ask me any question that you would like in confidentiality, and understand that I'll do my best to educate. I don't know everything. When I went to Wichita State University, I was the only African American in the political science department. And so every time there was a question about race, everybody looked at me like. So I just started answering all my questions. Well, speaking on behalf of all black people. Anyway, listen. Black Future Month has been a great series for me. I plan on doing more series. If you have any comments or questions or any ideas for videos, man, please tune in. Man, the channel again has been going so great. Please like, share, take just a second to subscribe. If you haven't been getting all of my messages or all my videos, please just hit the bell, and then you'll get every notification anytime I release a video. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patience. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. It's your boy Iz, and I'm gonna be your favorite rapper. Peace. Welcome to my channel. My name is IZ316, or simply IZ. I'm a socially conscious hip-hop artist, community activist, radio and TV personality, and entrepreneur. I've produced and released several albums, as well as met some of my favorite artists. But this is my channel, and I want to be your favorite MC.